Welcome back to another video. Today I'm explaining why Kaguya may have seemed weaker to Madara, even though power scaling wise she isn't, and why she seems weaker than the other Otsutsuki members that we are introduced to. And besides Jiro, since he's just a walking god tree, that's just a whole different situation entirely. But it is because, oh well, I guess this is also slash explaining Kaguya. It's because Kaguya has all the power in the world. None of the abilities we have seen usurps Kaguya's ability from the final war. As we've seen, she had no idea to use it, which is one of the main grips and gripes of Kaguya being the final villain. She wasn't a shinobi, she's not a ninja, she is just a woman who fled from the her death or sacrifice at the god tree by means of the other Otsutsuki members, to then seek home, gain an army when the Otsutsuki members eventually have to come for her, as she disregarded her duty as an Otsutsuki member. And then she just had no idea. She had no skills, she had no training ability. She was basically just throwing everything out there. She has on display, she has the most chakra we have ever seen. She has the most broken abilities we have ever seen. It's just she has not been trained by no one. As far as we know, Ishiki, Momoshiki, and Kenshiki was bred warriors. Kaguya, at least in filler and in the fights we see, she did not know how to expertisely use the ability, and she was never in her right mind. Now, off the assumption, this is many people's theories, Kaguya couldn't have been in her right mind because all that chakra that she was bearing down, all that power, she just couldn't control it, or her mental state just couldn't handle it. But we only see her like valuable mental state in filler, so consider that canon or not. Yes, and when she has to unleash the Ten Tails slash herself, or has to use her abilities, she's waving. She waving. Remember, if you use Kaguya in Naruto Storm or Naruto Storm 4, I don't know her moveset in the new Naruto Storm game. I'm not really that sure of it. I don't play it as her. She's just waving her hand. She's waving her hand. She has not a jutsu. She doesn't have a hand sign, and I granted a lot of the hand signs from earlier Naruto gets thrown out in the later half of Naruto, but she does nothing. She just waves. So when it comes to people like Madara, Ishiki, Momoshiki, Kenshiki, they are perceived as stronger, at least in my opinion, because they can effectively use their abilities. They can effectively throw hands if they have to. They have the capabilities. They just don't have the chakra or power of a Kaguya. Kaguya, as far as we know, was never supposed to be a combatant. Now, she may originally have been a combatant, as of course she was Ishiki's partner originally, so they may have fought, but the power, of course, got to her head, and she couldn't control her mental mind state. So I have come on here to say, on my own personal channel, I welcome anyone in the comment section to refute this if you want to or not. Kaguya is still the strongest thing we have been introduced to, outside of when Jiro gets his feats. If Jiro gets his feats, and of course all that gets propped up, pushed out, narratives, yada yada yada, of course, then have fun with that, and then I will come back on here and maybe I'll say I made a mistake. But as far as I know, Kaguya and Jiro are practically the same thing. It's just Kaguya ate the chakra fruit and became a Ten Tails, and Jiro is a walking Ten Tails. So there's a lot of similarities there. They may have just remade Kaguya and Baruto. I'm not lying to you. But anyway, yeah, Kaguya is still the strongest thing we have seen. I still have the prediction that she will come back into the series, as you see who Baruto is fighting and the help he's going to need. Sarada has a broken jutsu, of course, but she's going to need EMS unless they retcon her to retcon the whole going blindness of the overuse of Sharingan. And What else? Yeah, and Kaguya still has a disdain for the Otsutsuki. Still wanted Earth to be her home, so maybe there's a reasoning with her, even though it'd be hard to reason with her, as of course Black Zetsu is also sealed within it. Also, you have to get the 10 tails by means of all the original 9-tailed beasts. That's a different problem entirely. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.